Tonight on WTOP-10 Nightly News, SUNY Oswego is looking to redecorate some of its common spaces. How you can give your input.
And students are planning for an on-campus peace walk next week as the conflicts in the Middle East continues.
Plus, a student at Cornell University is arrested for making anti-Semitic threats. Governor Hochul weighing in.
WTOP-10 Nightly News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Mike Neckers.
And I'm Jaylene Rodriguez.
The Cornell University student accused of making anti-Semitic threats at Cornell appeared in federal court today. 21-year-old Patrick Dye did not enter a plea during a brief court appearance in Syracuse. Dye was arrested yesterday after posting threats on social media. Those included a threat to, quote, shoot up a mainly kosher dining hall on campus.
Dye's next court appearance is November 15th. If convicted, Dye could face up to 5 years in prison. New York Governor Kathy Hochul is continuing to speak out about the incident at Cornell University and other hate incidents. Hochul is thanking members of law enforcement for their continued work to keep students and all New Yorkers safe.
It's more about their techniques, but they knew what they were looking for. And we found this individual.
As the conflict in the Middle East continues, the SUNY Oswego Student Association is organizing a peace walk. SA says the walk is meant to promote peace, tolerance, and coexistence. SA says it also hopes to promote a peaceful resolution to the war between Israel and Hamas and strive for a better future. The walk is happening on Tuesday, November 7th. Participants will meet at the Point in Marano Campus Center at 6 p.m. There, people can make posters before the walk starts at 6:45 from Centennial Drive.
The search for University's of Rochester professor who went missing last month is over. Yesterday morning, police say they pulled a body from the Genesee River. That body was identified as Heikki Rantakari, the 44-year-old professor. According to police, he was last seen Friday, October 20th, when he checked into an Airbnb on Exchange Street. Police say earlier this morning, Rantakari fell off the pedestrian bridge into the Genesee River. The exact cause of death remains under investigation.
The first day of the month and the first snowfall in Oswego for the season.
Let's take a first look at your forecast with Storm Team 10 meteorologist Brianna Saunders, who joins us from outside the Marano Campus Center.
We had some snow and graupel in our area the last 2 days. That has not moved on completely out as we have a couple flakes falling right now. And we can expect this chilly weather to continue tonight. We're sticking around 36 degrees right now. It is really cold outside, I can tell you myself. But we will get a break from these temperatures as later in the week we can see these temperatures rising almost into the 50s. But we can expect some rain to move into our area too. I'll have more details on that in my full forecast, but that's all I have for now. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, Brianna. Oswego's president has outlined his recent activity around campus.
WTOP-10 Logan Russo has a bit more info on that. Logan?
Hey guys. President Russo emailed members of the SUNY Oswego community today to give an update on the first 70-plus days of his presidency. The president also shared what he has been working on to further SUNY Oswego's development. Today's message was his first update on his presidency in 6 weeks. In the email, the president listed events he attended in the past 6 weeks. He also shared his ongoing communications with people outside of SUNY Oswego, including the presidents of nearby colleges, Onondaga Community College and Cayuga Community College. Nwosu says he also met with the SUNY Chancellor, Dr. John King, and the Mayor of Syracuse, Ben Walsh. Nwosu ended the update with, quote, "Thank you for the continued warm welcome and for our work together to further advance the SUNY Oswego promise, transform lives, and ignite possibilities." Reporting in the studio for WTOP-10, I'm Logan Russo.
In more campus news, a longtime SUNY Oswego employee is being honored by the SUNY Chancellor. Michelle May, an administrative assistant, is the recipient of the Chancellor's Award for Excellence in Classified Service. May is being recognized for her contributions to customer service, technological projects, and overall support. According to Kathleen Evans, who nominated May for the honor, May's work over the past 2 decades has positively impacted students. Evans also says May is committed to diversity, equity, and inclusion, as well as providing support for all members of the campus community.
Residents Life and Housing held the first day in its furniture fair in the Morano Campus Center concourse today. There, people tried out potential furniture options for campus common areas. People were also encouraged to vote on their favorite furniture items. Res Life says the fair is meant to give students and staff an active role in design process. The fair will continue tomorrow from 10 a.m. until 2:30 in the afternoon in the Morano Campus Center overlook.
This week, students are starting to register for their spring classes. And with that in mind, students may want to note that CTS is scheduling maintenance on many different sites. CTS says Degree Works will be unavailable on November 2nd from 4 to 6 a.m. If you need to print something, don't wait, because CTS says Laker Print will also be down on Friday the 3rd from 7:30 to 8 a.m. And lastly, CTS will be working on My Oswego on Sunday the 5th from 6 to 7:15 a.m.
Our third open house is quickly approaching and there is still time to sign up. At Open House, we will be hosting an information fair for prospect students with academic departs, current students, and campus resources. The information fair will take place on the arena floor in the Deborah F. Stanley Arena and Convocational Hall. It's first come, first serve, so if your club is interested, you have until Friday, November 3rd.
Still ahead tonight, with snow arriving in Oswego today, you may be reaching to turn up the thermostat. How Governor Hochul is offering help to homeowners looking to turn on the heat.
Plus, a look into the courtroom as Donald Trump Jr. stands trial in New York City.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Reset that leg before that falls, please.
Roll it.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
Welcome back. I'm Storm Team 10 meteorologist Brianna Saunders. As I said, we had some snow in our area the last 2 days mixed with some grapple. We had some accumulation across the state. Over by the Watertown and Tug Hill area, we had 2 to 3 inches of accumulation. We did not have as much here in Oswego. With us, we only had a trace to an inch, but it's still impressive for how early in the season it is to get some snowfall. Taking a look at around the state, as you can see, it's nice and cloudy everywhere across the state right now, with the exception of Syracuse. In Syracuse, we have some flurries going on, but besides that, it is mostly cloudy everywhere across the state, but that will not be sticking around. As we head into our bus stop forecast, as we can see, we have our temperatures are going to be around 33 degrees around 8 a.m. tomorrow. As your kids head off to school, it's going to be clear, but it's going to be really chilly out, so do not forget those coats, hats, scarves, all of that. And as you head back home, those temperatures increase another 10 degrees. That is very impressive. That's a huge change. You'll definitely feel that difference. And as we look at our precipitation chances, we can see Friday we have a chance of rain, not a huge chance, a very slight chance of some scattered showers. Saturday and Sunday is when we expect the bulk of the rain to move through. We're expecting this due to a cold front that will be moving into our area. That's going to bring all this precipitation. It should be raining on and off throughout both days. And heading towards Monday, we have a slight chance of rain as that cold front moves out of our area. And taking a look at my 7-day forecast, we can see Thursday, we have temperatures around 44 degrees, a low of 31. It'll be partly cloudy. Friday, our chance of showers enters the area with our temperatures rising to 53 degrees. Heading towards Saturday and Sunday, our temperatures stay risen a little bit, sticking around 48 to 52 degrees. Monday and Tuesday, we have a slight chance of showers. Again, this is due to that cold front moving into our area. And Wednesday, we have a slight chance of rain. This is due to some lake effect that's showing up on the models right now. There'll be more details on that. Tune in to WTOP to get more details as we go throughout the week. That's all I have for my full forecast. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, Brianna. Today is New York's first widespread snowfall across the state. With snow making its way in, temperatures become chillier. As you reach to turn up your thermostats, the New York State government website is offering some heating tips. In October, Governor Hochul announced more than $360 million in heating aid for New Yorkers. Eligible homeowners can apply for the Home Energy Assistance Program, or HEAP, which can help provide money to help you heat your home. For more information on how to apply in Oswego, head to mybenefits.ny.gov. From applying for the Home Energy Assistance Program to save on funds or ways to take immediate action to becoming more energy efficient and free energy audits. Keeping the heat on for New Yorkers is available for all eligible residents.
With the start of November, today is the first day of Transgender Awareness Month. Earlier this afternoon, Governor Kathy Hochul took to X, formerly known as Twitter, to express her support for the trans community. On X, Hochul says she wants all members of the community to know that they are valued in New York. Hochul also says New York will always be a welcoming place for transgender people.
Binghamton police say they have identified the Binghamton University student who was found dead on campus earlier this week. Police say that student was Natalia Malkovic, a sophomore computer science major. Police say Malkovic was from Niskayuna, New York. The morning of October 30th, University police responded to a call on campus. While responding, police found Malkovic dead near the 15-story library. Police say there was no foul play in the student's death.
A 3-day-long manhunt in New York ends deadly this morning, with police shooting and killing a man they say fatally shot his neighbor and stepson earlier this week. John Diaz has the story.
Evidence cones are scattered throughout the corner of Bay 44th Street and Harway Avenue, with numerous police investigating. The scene much calmer now, moments after police say a wild encounter with a murder suspect ended deadly.
They established dialogue, they spoke for a few minutes, and then at a point, the male who was armed at a knife lunged at one of the officers, causing the officers to fire for their own safety.
Police say the person they shot was 47-year-old Jason Pass, a Brooklyn man who was on the run after allegedly shooting his 2 neighbors dead Sunday. Chief of Patrol John Schell says while a hostage negotiation team was on its way, officers on scene tried to talk to Pass for 15 minutes before he says they were forced to shoot him 4 times.
He basically was saying what's happening today is not going to end well.
Police say they used a license plate reader to find out where Pass was and found him in his black Honda CR-V.
They captured a plate on a black car indicating that the car, and we now know the occupant of that car, were wanted for a double horrific homicide. As they exited their police car, they walked up to the car. The male jumped out of the car with a knife in his hand and took off running.
Police allege Pass killed his upstairs neighbor, 47-year-old Vladimir Mathurin, and his 27-year-old stepson, Shinwa Mode, after having ongoing noise disputes. The incident happening 5 miles away inside their East Flatbush apartment building. So neighbors in Bath Beach are shocked it escalated to their neighborhood.
To know that this took place right on the corner of my house at the time where our children are going to school makes us feel very uneasy.
The officers involved were taken to the hospital.
Donald Trump Jr. told a New York court today he was not involved in preparing financial documents for his father's company. The judge in the case already determined a 2017 statement valuing licensing deals at more than $200 million was fraudulent. Trump Jr. admitted he had conversations with accountants and provided estimates for what he thought the value was. He insisted he didn't know they would use those estimates to prepare financial paperwork. He said, quote, "The accountants worked on it. That's what we pay them for," end quote.
When WTOP-10 Nightly News continues, a popular pizza company is getting into the holiday spirit. The new product is releasing ahead of the holiday season.
And President Biden is announcing investments in communities across the U.S. Find government investment for people across the U.S. Find out what types of communities will benefit.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Shine on that black. Look at the bling. Look at do we got a diamond tester on? Yeah, that's getting bad. Yep.
10 out of 10 recommend on Yelp.
We scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
I'm gonna need that back.
No.
Kevin!
Inflation has moderated since the middle of last year, and readings over the summer were quite favorable. But a few months of good data are...
Welcome back to WTOP-10 Nightly News. The U.S. government is allocating $5 billion to invest in the nation's rural communities. Biden and the U.S. Agriculture Secretary announced the funding at Dutch Creek Farms, the kickoff of a 2-week Investing in Rural America tour. Out of the $5 billion, nearly $2 billion to go toward climate-smart agriculture practices.
Over the past 4 decades, we lost over 400,000 farms in America. 400,000. Over 141 million acres of farmland. My plan is about investing in rural America. It's about something else as well. It's about restoring pride to rural communities that have been left behind for far too long.
Other areas of investment include rural high-speed internet connection, clean water, and infrastructure improvements.
The U.S. Federal Reserve says it will not raise interest rates for the benchmark lending. The levels are at their highest in 22 years. Chairman Jerome Powell says the numbers are all about inflation.
Inflation has moderated since the middle of last year, and readings over the summer were quite favorable. But a few months of good data are only the beginning of what it will take to build confidence that inflation is moving down sustainably toward our goal.
Powell says it will cause an increase in interest rates on things like mortgages, credit cards, and car loans. But he says it will also mean American savings accounts are generating more interest.
Now, a bit of good news for your grocery bill. The price of turkey is down. According to Wells Fargo's Thanksgiving food report, 10 to 15-pound turkeys are 13% cheaper than last year. The low prices are caused by supply and demand and the lower prices of refrigerated trucking. In addition to the already low costs, the price of turkeys tends to fall further in November when supply is flooded.
The Journal will be serving a currently sold-out Thanksgiving pizza for the holiday. The pizza's toppings include turkey, sweet potatoes, green beans, cranberries, fried onions, and gravy. The pizza can only be purchased on the Journal's website, and it's already sold out. However, the company promised it will release more for pre-order every Wednesday until Thanksgiving at noon.
The Oswego women's hockey team celebrated an exciting win this past weekend.
And it's come on a special day for the coach of the men's hockey team. Lucas Marquez Silva joins us with more.
The Oswego women's hockey team hosted their annual teal game on Saturday against William Smith College. Players wore teal jerseys in the arena, which was decorated with teal. At the door, spectators could pick up free shirts and learn more about the ovarian cancer. The game is held to honor Mary Gosek, the wife of Ed Gosek, coach of the Oswego men's hockey team. Mary died in 2017 from ovarian cancer. One of her best friends, Tammy, made the ceremonial puck drop. Tammy is responsible for the campaign on campus and is a former co-worker of Mary Gosek.
Teal to show the signs and symptoms, tell people to be aware of their body, know the signs and symptoms, and go get checked out if you have anything going on.
The Lakers will now head north to face Plattsburgh this Friday, November 3rd at 3 p.m. Still ahead, Jaden Jiggets with ice hockey preview and more after the break.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
Jiggets with WTOP-10 Nightly News. SUNY Oswego men's ice hockey will look to add not one, but 2 wins to their season record this weekend as they have back-to-back home games on Friday and Saturday. Oswego will take on Fredonia State Friday night and will have their military appreciation night Saturday when they go to battle against Buffalo State. Laker fans, make sure to come support this weekend. Both games will kick off at 7 p.m. Staying with the green and yellow, special congratulations to Oswego Health Student Athletes of the Month, Zach Brown and Perry Anderson. Zach Brown is a graduate student and is part of the men's swimming and diving team. Brown broke the SUNY Oneida pool record for 100-yard breaststroke with 59 to 71 seconds. Perry Anderson is a junior and is part of this women's soccer team. She started all 9 of her appearances this season with the Lakers while only allowing 4 goals. Moving into the Q's, Syracuse Orange football team will return home for gridiron action against Boston College this Friday, November 3rd at 7:30 p.m. Syracuse will look to end their 4-game losing streak and gaining victory over their rivals back home in the JMA Wireless Dome. This game will also see the return of soon-to-be College Football Hall of Fame inductee Dwight Freeney, as he will be honored in the Dome as part of his National Football Foundation's on-campus salute. Moving from the field to the hardware, Syracuse women's basketball team got an impressive exhibition win against St. Rose College, final score being 77-53. The game throughout the 4 quarters went in the favor of the Orange as everything was going great and smooth for the team. Syracuse will open their regular season with a showdown against Lafayette on Tuesday, November 7th in the JMA Wireless Dome at 7 p.m. Speaking of teams going great and smoothly, we got the Knicks versus the Cavs here tonight. And let me just say, the Knicks, wow, they were doing their thing. They sat there, was having a beautiful ball movement. They were having great teamwork and, of course, scoring. The game ended with Julius Randle having a total of 19 points and 10 rebounds, a double-double. Jalen Brunson also scored 19 points that night and had 5 assists. Emmanuel Quickley also had 18 points. They were scoring. Donovan Mitchell, on the opposing team, he had 26 points but couldn't get the W. It's a shame because probably things would be different if they would have had their Cavs player, Darius Garland. The point guard, Darius Garland, was out due to a hamstring sprain, and he didn't get to see the time to play the game. The Knicks ended this game having scoring good, and you see Darius Garland right there. The Knicks ended the game 2-2.
Thanks, Jaden.
Stick around for our adorable pet of the week after the break.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
The Kinda Late Show with Chloe and Anna. Like licorice, Twizzlers, absolutely nasty. The thought of turkey is just nauseating. I think you're wrong, is what I think. You think I'm wrong a lot of times. I do think you're wrong a lot.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin. But I'm gonna drive home. There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
And now, some good news. Blair, a 3-month-old kitten, vaccinated and ready to be adopted.
She is outgoing, playful, and full of life. Her siblings, Achabab and Buffy, are also available for adoption.
Blair gets along with other cats, dogs, and children of all ages. She is ready to take on a family of her own.
If you're interested in taking Blair home, you can find the adoption application at the Oswego Humane Society website.
That's our report for tonight.
Be sure to stay tuned for the Kinda Late Show.
Thank you for watching.
Have a great night, everyone.